later, okay? So my husband and I, we've been married for 11 years. But we met, the first time we met, 20 years ago. 20 years ago, that's when we met.
Pay attention to this video and watch this video to the end. This is a love story, how she met her husband. So let's go there.
People from our congregation. Okay, we used to go to the same congregation. So during that party, I stood up to give a speech. During that speech, I made a joke. So when I made that joke, later, he says that it made him realize that actually I'm approachable. He was saying before that, he used to think that I'm not easy to talk to. So you see, if he had kept to that assumption, he probably wouldn't have talked to me and we probably wouldn't be married. Okay, maybe I would have been Mrs. Banda, or I don't know, Mrs. Hamududu. Who even come up with this Hamududu thing? It's like Hamududu means anything. So my point is that sometimes you look at someone and make an assumption about them, and because of that assumption, you can actually miss an opportunity. So if he had held on to that assumption that I'm unapproachable, I would have missed out on an opportunity to have a partner like him. And, well, he would probably have found somebody else. I don't know. But I would have missed out on an opportunity. But somehow an opportunity came up where he could see that actually I'm approachable. So let me share another story. People like to conclude, especially if you're an introvert like me, you've probably been subjected to judgments where people say, that person, she's full of herself. She doesn't like talking to people. She's antisocial. But that's just an assumption. It doesn't mean it's true. And if you're the kind of person who likes making assumptions, chances are that you might deny yourself an opportunity to talk to someone who might end up being your partner, might end up being your customer, might end up being a friend, just because you made that assumption. Okay? I remember this story from a guy called Jack Canfield. You guys know Jack Canfield. He's one of the people I consider to be one of my mentors. So he narrates this story where during a workshop, there was a guy in the audience who kept on looking at his phone and typing on his phone. So Jack Canfield was very irritated by this behavior. He was thinking, this guy, I'm talking in front of this audience, but he's busy typing on his phone. How dare he? He's so rude. So instead of letting himself be upset and just mess up his day, he decided, you know what? I'm going to ask him, why is he just looking at his phone constantly? So during a tea break, he asked him, I noticed that you are distracted. You keep looking at your phone. Then the guy said, yes, I need to take down notes of everything you are saying because I don't want to miss anything. So you see, if he hadn't asked, he would have just been upset and concluded that this guy is rude, he doesn't want to focus. But actually, he was typing what the speaker was saying. That's why he looked like he was constantly looking at his phone. Daniel is saying, 20 years ago, it's like you followed that Pompey song. I don't know. We didn't start dating immediately. We met 20 years ago. He took me out on a walk. I guess that counted as a date. It was nice. But we didn't start serious dating until much later, okay? So anyway, my point is that when you rush to assumptions, there are chances that you can miss an opportunity. There are chances that you can hate someone for no good reason. You can become resentful. And I think it makes you a bad leader. Let me give you another example. So if somebody, let's say you meet somebody, okay? This has also happened to me. They look like they've seen you, but they keep going. So there's always an alternative explanation to someone's behavior. So it could mean, one, they've ignored you, they don't like you. Two, they didn't really see you. They're busy, they're in a hurry, they're not feeling well, they have an emergency, or they're distracted. So if you're the kind of person who is fast to make a conclusion, a negative conclusion for that matter, you will miss opportunities.
So what she's trying to teach us, it is for us not to judge people by assumption. It is for us to try to know why somebody is acting that way. Try to find out. Some people could be passing through a lot of things, and some people might be normal. That's how they behave. That's how their face looks like. You know, people judge a lot of people by their looks, you know, without considering finding out what happened or trying to know why this person looks like that. People assume, we use by assumption. And secondly, there is no harm in trial. I am saying this thing on the both parts, on the both parties, whether you're a man or a woman. If you notice something about a man, approach that man, talk to that man, find out reasons, know why the person is acting that way. There is no harm in trial, my brother. My sister, there is no harm in trial. You see, that fear that goes, you know, that stays in a woman. What if I approach this man and the man turn me down? You know, something, men equally have the same thought inside them. So if you see someone, don't end up by assumption. Try to study why this person is doing that. Try to know why this thing is acting that way. There is no problem about that. Let us not conclude. You know, there is always a force to a reaction. People who did, you know, scientists can always ascertain to this theory. There is always a force to someone's reaction. Don't conclude. Don't crucify people because of what someone told you or because what you think. Find out from that person directly. It won't cost you anything. Maybe what you are thinking, your assumption might be wrong. Now, let me talk about, you know, women who keeps their face like that, or women who likes to be on their own. Some of them are single. They were just like that because they want to know a man who can summon courage to come and approach them. They are approachable. You understand? So some people, when you see them that way, try to approach them, try to find out about them. It doesn't mean anything. It won't cost you a thing. It is just normal. If the person said yes, it's good to go. Because you might lose your love life. You see how their love started. You might lose your love partner. You might lose your dream man. And that person might be the kind of qualities you're looking for in a woman or the qualities you're looking for in a man, so that you don't lose it. There is no harm in trial. So touch the like button. Follow me. Drop your comment below. This is a love story. Drop your comment below. Share this video. There are people out there who are afraid to approach someone, or people who run into conclusion by looking at someone's face or by someone's attitude. Find out more.